Fairphone has just announced that they have a new version of the Fairphone with Fairphone 6, which is very cool. If you're not familiar with the Fairphone, it's a really cool modular style smartphone. And it is also not just one of those super bulky modular phones that are awkward to use. It looks nice, it's well designed, and all that sort of stuff. And it's also difficult to get if you're in the US, which is a bummer for me. But if you're not in the US, you can just pick it up wherever you want, and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, so Fairphone 6 also has the Linux kernel patches landed the same day it launched, which is very cool. And while that is true about the US thing, thankfully, Marina is going to be shipping the Fairphone 6 for those who would like to get it in the US. So they did that for the Fairphone 4. I don't think the Fairphone 5 ever was able to get in the US, but you can do it with the Fairphone 6, which is awesome. So I am happy to see that. So thanks to Marina for that. And if you are not in the US, then it's a little bit easier anyway. But the Linux support patches have hit the Linux kernel mailing list the morning of the release, giving mainline kernels early device tree access, GPIO support, and power management support. The Fairphone 6 is going to be coming in at 599 euros, and it has a 5-year warranty. Now, the price might be different depending on where you're from and the currency change. But this is really cool. And there's also some tighter cooperation with Postmarket OS and other mainline Android GKI maintainers. So the hardware specs for the Fairphone 6 include Snapdragon 7S Gen 3, 8 gigabytes of RAM with 512 gigs of storage, which is expandable to 2 terabytes of storage. There's also a 6.3-inch 120 hertz OLED display. It's got a 4415 milliamp hour battery and a 50 megapixel dual camera system that is headlining the spec sheet. Also, the screen is protected by Gorilla Glass 7i. The chassis is rated for IP55 when it comes to dust and water protection, and it will be shipping with Android 15. But kernel patches pave the way for long-term mainline Linux ports like Postmarket OS and other systems. So the repairability and modular design is staying true for the Fairphone DNA with 12 easily replaceable modules. So the modules include display, USB-C port, battery, cameras, speakers, and even the buttons. Also, Fairphone pledges parts availability for at least 7 years, echoing its software update promise as well.